Hey folks, welcome back. This is Chris in York in England. It seems like not a day goes by without more corruption being exposed in South Africa. The latest, well, as we've said for a long time, we fear your pensions under assault. The Government Pensions Agency, whatever their acronym is, another parastatal, another government agency stealing from honest South Africans. This time awarding a 531 million rand tender to a company that doesn't even have directors, that's in the process of being delisted. It doesn't get much more corrupt than this. Patronage, theft, outright pilfering of your retirement funds by criminals, appointed by none other than the kleptocratic African National Congress. So they've already given this company over 40 million rand and it hasn't performed a single service. The contract was over a 5-year period for biometrics. And this raises all sorts of questions about the complete lack of oversight within South Africa. Are there any adults in the room whatsoever since the National Party surrendered and gave up control of the country in 1994? It appears as if it's just a pilfering holiday left, right, and center. Whether it's South African Airways, it's Transnet, it's Airports Company South Africa, it really doesn't matter. The thieves in the ANC's kleptocracy run rampant, and now they're stealing your pensions, as we've thought for a long time. And the proof is in the pudding. News 24 breaks the story today that 531 million rand was awarded to basically, arguably, a fictional company. One in the process being delisted, one that doesn't have a board of directors. You can't get any more obvious when you steal from the public than what they've done here, in this case of robbing your pensions. It's pretty sad, and it calls for an external force. I don't know, the United Nations, the African Union, Southern African Development Community, somebody needs to be an adult in the room to oversee what's happening in South Africa, because clearly Cyril Ramaphosa's Luthuli House isn't capable of managing its own affairs. I mean, there isn't a single thing that isn't being stolen from. Point something out to me where we haven't had a scandal, a corruption scandal. Arms Corps, Janelle, Airports Company South Africa, South African Airways, Transnet. The list is endless of corrupt enterprises in South Africa. And what do they all have in common? Two things. Number one, they're all parastatal, state-owned enterprises, or really state-owned patronage projects, you'd call them. That's number one. And number two, they're all run and controlled by the African National Congress. And that's the bottom line here, folks. This is the mess that they've created. While the world has looked the other way at the 145 racist laws that they passed, punishing racial minorities in a revenge mode that's been going on for over 30 years now, while the world has looked the other way and pretended that this is April 27th, 1994, it's all Rainbow Nation, kumbaya, 12-hour queues to vote for the first time for 90-year-old go-go's, that's not the world that South Africans live in, black, white, and brown. They live in a world of economic oppression, disguised under the guise of transformation. The only thing that's been transformed in South Africa is the oppressors. We've gone from a white minority ruling the country and oppressing the majority to a majority black-led government oppressing all but the caters. If you're a cater, you're in great shape in South Africa. If you're a cater, you get to enjoy the riches and privileges that are pilfered from everyone else. And if you happen to have right skin pigmentation, all the more so for you. That's the bottom line here, folks. Another breaking news story, but you know what? At this point, can we even call these stories breaking? Every day of the week, there's a scandal with ANC appointed officials stealing from the public. It's almost blasé. People looking the other direction now because it's been going on for so damn long. So long. And nothing's happening about it. No one's doing anything. South Africans aren't rectifying the situation. The world is ignoring what's going on. And who suffers? You know, what's fascinating about all of this is the ANC says that they're transforming the economy to help the historically disadvantaged. But of course, that's all poppycock. It's balderdash. There are 3 times as many black South Africans living in abject poverty today than there were in 1994. Nearly 30 million black South Africans lived in abject poverty. And most South Africans don't even have electricity on a good day. And you can't drive on the road, can't drive on the left side, can't drive on the right side. You're driving what's left of the road in much of South Africa. This is what the ANC has brought to South Africa. Not liberation, but oppression, racial discrimination, and economic collapse. What say you, South Africa, Mzansi? Are you surprised at this latest corruption scandal, awarding a contract of 500 million rand to basically a fictitious company? And I got to give credit here where credit's due. News 24 is doing a very fine job. On a daily basis, News 24 is exposing this corruption. You know, and I frequently call them cockprot 24 because their bizarre leftist leanings and their tendency to publish op-eds that make no sense whatsoever. And their downplaying of the threat to South Africans, particularly racial minorities. But in this case, I got to give News 24, Cockprot 24 some credit once again. Another excellent job reporting on the widespread, pervasive, yes, I know that's redundant, widespread and pervasive, corruption that is endemic now in South Africa as the world looks the other way. What say you folks? From York in England. Cheers.